Namaste, beautiful yogis, and welcome to join me to release the past through this Yin Yoga practice. In today's sequence, we're gonna really target the hips and all the areas that hold on to that past energy, to those traumas or fears or old karma, whatever energies we have collected into our hips, into those deep muscles, we are going to release today. In the same time, we're going to really strengthen and stretch our pelvic floor, which is quite important because the pelvic floor carries the entire upper body. And if it is very, very tight, you might notice quite a horrible pain either in your lower back or in your hip area. So let's go and heal ourselves. Let's enjoy this moment. And the class will be quite quiet. I don't speak much during the Yin Yoga classes. It's just because I really want you to focus on yourself and on the sensations, on your feelings, and what's most important in yoga, in that meditative state. So just staying present and breathing and being kind with yourself, being gentle. That is what yoga is all about. So let's get settled in. And if you do have a pillow or possibly a couple of yoga blocks, I would highly recommend. They might become handy, so grab them. If you don't have any of this equipment, then just grab maybe a sofa pillow or something that might be quite helpful. Anyhow, if you're new to this channel, my name is Diana and I'm here in Finland, and it's in Scandinavia, in Finland, and I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy to guide you through the sequence that I find incredibly healing. It just really gives you the sense of freedom and the sense of lightness in your own body. So let's get started, and we're gonna start today's class in a butterfly pose, moving straight into the postures. So you can bring the soles of your feet together, and you're gonna just gently start to fold forward. Now, if you do have any blocks handy, you might want to use them underneath your knees, so just supporting your knees. Or another way I like to use them is just placing something underneath my forehead, and from here you're just going to surrender down. If you do notice that the lower back is aching, you might want to lift the hips by sitting either on a rolled towel or maybe on a pillow. Good. So just take your time to surrender and let go. Feel that sense of heaviness in your hips, in your legs. Is there anything that you really want to let go? Something traumatizing in your past that you might have been carrying with you? You might just want to take deep exhalations and maybe feel that stuck energy starting to melt away. Keep your face nice and soft. You don't have to have any type of expression on your face, but just visualize completely relaxed face. Drop your shoulders, all the weight that you might carry on your shoulders. And just enjoy the air flowing in and out. This is your time, your safe place. Now when you're ready, you're gonna just slowly start to roll yourself up. You can bring your blocks away to the side. Take your feet about hip width apart or mat width apart, and just gently swing your knees side to side, relaxing your hips. to the center and let's lie down. So as you lie down, then keep your feet about hip width apart with your knees bent. We're gonna lift our right leg up, and then you're gonna place your right ankle on top of the left thigh. Good. And from here, we're gonna come into a lovely little IT stretch. So IT band runs from the outside of our hip all the way down to our ankle. So grab a hold with your left hand from your right foot and start to slowly bring those legs down to the left. Now you can move your right hand over to the right side and just take a moment in here. If you notice that the hips are quite stuck and it feels uncomfortable to bring the feet or knee down, then place something underneath. Try to make sure that that our knee is pointing upwards, that this doesn't happen, that the knee drops in towards the chest. So your right knee is pointing upwards, relaxing your hip, relaxing your lower back. Just breathe and enjoy this moment. And we're gonna move back up. And now you're gonna stack your right knee all the way on top of the left knee, and you're gonna pull your knees in. You can grab from your knees if possible, maybe take a little bit wider grip by grabbing your ankles or your calves. So just pulling your thighs in towards your chest and trying to separate your feet. Good. Holding in here. Relax your back, relax your shoulders. Another option is to just lock your fingers behind your thighs. So there's always an option. If some of the poses don't work for you, then even if the option is to skip the pose, that's still an option. So feel free to do what serves your body and your well-being. Good. And from here, we're gonna place that left foot down and let's take one more twist in here. So now you're gonna take your legs over to your left side again, but your right knee is kind of like bind around that left leg. So if this feels too strong, feel free to just stack your knees on top of each other and use a pillow or block underneath your knees. But if this feels good, then go with this. What a lovely way to bring some space into our lower back and also stretch out the strong glute muscles. gently come back to the center, releasing your right foot down. Now, just to relax your hip and your lower back, just swing your knees side to side, or do whatever pose you might want to hug your knees to your chest and maybe circle around your back, or maybe you want to circle your knees. So there's quite a lot of variations to take a nice pause and just relax the body from these deep stretches. Good. When you're ready, let's move over to the left side. So lengthen your left leg up and then stack your left ankle on top of the right thigh and take a hold with your right hand from your left foot. Now take your left hand to your side and start to slowly take your legs over to your right. Good. And again, making sure that the right knee is pointing upwards. Feel free to use any cushioning underneath your knee or foot. Just take a moment in here. Also try to observe your breathing. So what we want is to that belly to rise and fall as we breathe. With that deep breathing, we can actually activate our healing system. So we start to recover, renew ourselves. Slowly come back up. Very lovely. Stack your left knee on top of the right and then hug your knees towards your chest. Again, remember you have few different options, either holding your thighs, holding your knees, or maybe even sliding your hands towards the ankles and just trying to press the thighs in towards your chest, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your face, and trying to relax our back, especially the lower back. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna lower the right foot down. You can take your hands over to the side and start to gently bring the knees down towards the right side. Good. Now gaze over to your left and take a moment in here. Feel free to use any bit of a block or support underneath your knees if you notice any discomfort in your lower back or hips. Nice breathing. From here, slowly start to come back to the center. Release your left foot down. And then swing your knees side to side. Yeah. And then you can hug your knees into your chest and just take a happy baby pose by bringing your knees towards your armpits and lifting up your soles of the feet. Good. Hold in here, noticing that deep stretch in your hips, in your inner thighs. What a lovely way to stretch out the pelvic floor. Also, this really soothes any lower back pain. And let's bring the feet back down. Turning over to your side and slowly come up to a seated position. Good. And let's carry on. We have only 2 postures left, so let's roll with them. Now, first start out by taking your right lower leg in line with the front of the mat, and then you're going to take your left lower leg in line with the long side of your mat. And then from here, you're going to turn your chest towards the right thigh, right knee, and you're going to lower yourself gently down. Now, if this feels too high for you or too low or whatever, you can always use a cushion underneath your forearms, or you can either stay on your palms. So just see what serves you the best. I always prefer to use something underneath my forehead, so either it's a cushion or a yoga block. Place something underneath your forehead so you can really release any tension in your neck and shoulders. And take a couple of minutes here. Very slowly, we're gonna start to rise from this posture, moving up and noticing any bit of a sensations in our body. And then you're gonna roll the left leg over to the front, and we swap sides. Right lower leg to the side, and again, same thing. You're gonna turn your chest slightly towards your left knee, and you're gonna walk yourself down, feeling that beautiful stretch in your hips, in your glutes, and of course in the lower back. Lovely. And let's stay here. Drop your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax the tiny muscles around your eyes and your back and your hips. Stay and breathe. The hardest practice happens in our mind, where we try to keep the mind still in the present moment, not wandering to the past or not planning the future, but just staying present and enjoying this time that we dedicate for ourselves, for our inner growth and inner healing. Feel any tension melting away from your body. With your legs surrendering, with your toes relaxing. And again, slowly start to lift yourself up, walking up. And we're gonna finish on a high note, so taking a little bit stronger pose. We're gonna separate our feet wide apart. And now this might feel quite strong to few who have maybe tight hamstrings or tight hips or inner thighs. So I'm gonna give you also an option. If you don't wanna do the seated version, you might wanna even go for a reclined butterfly pose. So it's also kind of lovely inner thigh stretch and a hip opening. Otherwise, if possible, you're gonna roll with this dragonfly pose. What I usually do is that I use blocks. So I might start up a little bit higher, so supporting my elbows on the blocks. And just staying in here. As we do have a few minutes in this pose, there's time to move lower, when you feel. So maybe in 1 minute, when you feel more space in your body, then you might want to go a little bit deeper into that pose. So just see how you go. And keep listening to your body. When your body says stop, stop. When you have gone too far, take a step back. If you don't feel anything, go a little further. And just breathing. Notice how the deep breathing creates space and relaxes muscles. So when we are taking deep breathing, we soften the muscles. When we are holding our breath, then again the muscles engage. So when we want to stretch the muscles, obviously we want to breathe deeply. If you do feel that you want to go a little further into that posture, then feel free to do that. Now we're going to start to rise up from the posture, and we're going to go into our very last Shavasana, so our relaxing pose. Slowly just roll yourself down to your back, and you can either place your palms on your belly or maybe have your hands by your side with your palms facing upwards. You might want to move your head slightly side to side to find that relaxation in your neck. You want to adjust your shoulders or shoulder blades a little better so the chest feels supported. And if you do feel any kind of a pain in the lower back, please feel free to just have your knees bent, maybe resting your knees together. You can also use yoga blocks underneath your thighs to find a bit of a more comfort for your back. When you're settled, take 3 deep breaths, inhaling through your nostrils and exhaling through your mouth. As you sigh the breath out, feel yourself releasing any bit of a tension, either it's physical or mental. Let go of anything that doesn't serve you, either it's negativity, stress, or obstacles standing before your dreams. When you're ready, return to your natural breathing, and we're going to take a few minutes in here, just restoring ourselves, charging ourselves, healing ourselves. Let's bring your awareness to your fingers and just move your fingers and move your head side to side. Maybe move your toes. Bring your feet together, lengthen your arms above your head. Take a deep breath in, maybe yawn a little. And then hug your knees into your chest. Roll over to your right side, supporting with your left hand. We're going to come up into a seated position, cross-legged seat. Bring your hands together to your heart center. Take a deep breath in. Just notice how you feel after your practice. Notice gratitude for the sense that you take this step to your yoga mat and you decided to go and take some personal time. Thank you so much. Namaste. Lovely. I hope you enjoyed this short moment together, and I hope you enjoyed the time with yourself. You know, just taking a time out from everything, all that busyness and achieving and controlling and so on. I love Yin Yoga for the sense that it gives me such a deep peace and you know, the time to reflect on my own emotions and how am I doing? You know, the question that I often ask others, like how you doing, but now this time is my time where I get to ask that question for myself and then do the right things that I need to to grow and to heal and to be a better person. Thank you so much for taking this time. And please comment below if there's any videos that you would like to see in English. I know there's quite a lot in Finnish. So if you have a wish, then your wish is my command. I'm a genie in a bottle. No, but I would love to create a class that would bring you joy. So let's see again. Bye bye.